Bonjour, BookTube. Today we're going to have some fun with Ambrose Bierce. You may know or remember him from as the author of Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, which many folks in the States study in high school English class. So, today I'm going to introduce you to Ambrose Bierce's fantastic fables, along with his great short stories. He also wrote some really cool fables. This one is called The Writer and the Tramps. And they're all super short, like 4 lines. Excuse me, The Writer and the Tramps. An ambitious writer, distinguished for the condition of his linen, was traveling the high road to fame when he met a tramp. "What is the matter with your shirt?" inquired the tramp. "It bears the marks of that superb unconcern which is the characteristic of genius," replied the ambitious writer, contemptuously passing him by. Resting by the wayside a little later, the tramp carved upon the smooth bark of a birch tree the words, "John Gump, champion genius." Okay, now here's where the real fun begins. So, I'm going to translate this story for you. In live time. No, I've already prepared it. I'm going to translate this story for you into a version I think you have not heard before, into a language you may not have heard of. I'm going to translate this short story, which will become quite longer, into devilry. Here we go. This is The Writer and the Tramps from Fantastic Fables, translated using the Devil's Dictionary by Ambrose Bierce. And by the way, I was able to find close equivalents for most of the words that I translated in this story using Ambrose Bierce's Devil's Dictionary, all except one or maybe two that I had to stretch the meaning a little bit and see if you can spot them. So, a writer with an overwhelming desire to be vilified by enemies while living and made ridiculous by friends when dead. Distinguished for the condition of his cloth, the making of which, when made of hemp, entails a great waste of hemp, was traveling the high strip of land along which one may pass from where it is too tiresome to be to where it is futile to go. When he met one who proceeds sinuously and aimlessly in honor of the ancient river south of Troy, which turned and twisted in an effort to get out of hearing when the Greeks and Trojans boasted of their prowess. "What is the wage of consistency with your shirt?" The tramp sought another's disapproval of a course already decided upon. "It bears the one infallible sign of civilization and enlightenment, of that superb gift of great fortitude to bear the evils afflicting another, to weep at the death of an enemy and smile at the death of a friend, which is the particular type of disappointment of genius," replied the ambitious, fundamental element in a code of critics, passing him by with the feeling of a prudent man for an enemy who is too formidable safely to be opposed. Ceasing from troubling, by the wayside a little later, the one who has relied upon the assistance of his friends, carved upon the smooth bark of a tall vegetable intended by nature to serve as a penal apparatus, the words, "John Gump, champion apparatus with which we think, and which distinguishes one content to be something from one who wishes to do something, or who has great wealth, or has been pitchforked into high station, with such a head full of brain that his neighbors cannot keep their hats on. In our civilization, and under our republican form of government, brain is so highly honored that it is rewarded by exemption from the cares of office." If you too would like to translate something into devilry, you can do so by consulting the Ambrose Bierce's Devil's Dictionary, which is available to you for free on the wonderful, bottomless, genius Gutenberg project